Hey, so back in March, I made a video about the Aquarius lunar cycle and how it coincided with the Christ Lent because the Aquarius new moon solar eclipse was on February 17th and Christ Lent started the next day on February 18th. And there was so much astrology going on then. We had the Saturn-Neptune conjunction on February 20th, a few days later. And I didn't mention, okay, so I went back and I watched that video because I'm seeing some things play out in my life and some people's lives that I know. And you're seeing it in the collective too. And I just wanted to talk on it a little bit because I just thought it was really just wild to see. I love how literal astrology can be and how cool it is to witness the cycles of astrology playing out. So I talked about, not in that video, but I talked about, there was a Mind Body Spirit challenge that I co-led with the Tapestry Room, which is a nonprofit that I'm a part of. And in a couple of the videos, I talked about July, like, which is right now. I talked about July and how there's some astrology playing out in July, and it's big. I mean, it's big. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot going on, and I don't like to, like, I can't stand pop astrology stuff where it's like doomsday and everything is, oh my god, this is such a big deal. It's like, no, but this is actually like, there's a lot going on. So anyway, I'm just going to talk about it a little bit. So I talked about it, like I said, I talked about it in a video on the Tapestry Rooms page, but and I talked about it in that video that I shared here, the Aquarius lunar, I don't remember what I titled it, Aquarius lunar cycle. If I can link it, I'm gonna try. I don't know, I'm still new to this YouTube stuff. I'll try to link it, we'll see. But anyway, I think I titled it Aquarius lunar cycle in Christ Lent or something like that. But I talked about the Aquarius Leo axis and how Aquarius is like Ganymede. It's the water bearer emptying out the water vessel. So, I mean, the archetypal signatures of the zodiac and the planets and points and all of that, there's different ways, like you can turn the jewel of the archetypes in so many different ways. But one of the ways that you can look at the Aquarius Leo axis on the zodiac is that Aquarius is the water bearer, and Aquarius, like, it's Ganymede emptying out the water vessel. And then Leo is very full. Leo is ruled by the sun. It's full. It's bright. It's full. But the thing with Leo is that you can be full of light or you can be full of false light. You can be full of God and Christ or the Holy Spirit, or you can be full of false light and ego. And sometimes you can be very easily, not easily, but I take that back, but you can be deceived by people who are shining false light and who are shining, like, actually, like, the holy light of the Holy Spirit or Christ or God or source, true divine light. And we're seeing that play out a lot right now. There's this teacher that just got a spiritual teacher. I had never heard of him before, not until I saw, like, stuff about him in the news, but he led retreats and different ceremonies. And there was a woman who went and she died of dehydration, and he is being charged for manslaughter. And if you feel in, like I said, I've never heard of him before, but if you feel into his energy, like, you can feel how, like, it feels false. It doesn't feel authentic. It doesn't feel true. And I'm really feeling like, I mean, like, there's a lot of different ways you can, like, people are interpreting, because, okay, so what makes the July astrology so big, particularly the end of July through August and September, like eclipse season, is the fact, I mean, there's so much astrology going on. I'm not going to go into the depths of all the astrological stuff that's happening and all the jargon and stuff, but a big thing that's going on, and what I was referring to back in February and March, was the Jupiter-Pluto opposition at the same time as the Aquarius full moon, which is, so the Jupiter-Pluto opposition is we're already feeling it. Jupiter moved into Leo on June 30th. And so it was already starting to apply the opposition to Pluto around that time, whenever it, because it was about 4 degrees apart from Pluto, like, from the opposition, from being exact. But the exact opposition is on July 20th. And then the Aquarius full moon is on July 29th. and the full moon is going to be conjunct Pluto, and the sun is going to be conjunct Jupiter. So it's just like, it's big. I mean, anything that Jupiter touches, it just amplifies, it expands. And the way I think about Jupiter in Leo, like I said, Jupiter moved into Leo on June 30th, and Jupiter will be in Leo until July, I don't know the exact date, but July of 2027. And also the nodes, the lunar nodes, which is where the eclipses are going to be over the next year and a half, are moving into Aquarius and Leo as well. So we are getting a lot of the taste of the Aquarius-Leo axis. The way I view Jupiter in Leo is like Aslan in the Chronicles of Narnia series, or the Lion King, like Mufasa, you know. That is the light aspect, very regal, very full, just embodying that light, not needing to look for, like Simba did at the beginning, not needing to look for danger. Like Simba, if you think about the Leo archetype, I would say that Simba at the beginning of the movie is like the false light of, like, the shadow aspect of Leo, like trying to be, you know, powerful and trying to be important and seen and regal or whatever. And Mufasa was like, no, like that's not. And so Mufasa is the opposite. Mufasa was the embodiment of the light of God in, you know, lion form. So that's the archetype. That's how I see it. And Jupiter in Leo, like, kind of amplifies that. Like, kind of, it's that, because Jupiter in Greek mythology is Zeus. So it's like the god of gods. So that is like the archetypal signature that I see Jupiter in Leo. So anyway, Pluto opposing Jupiter is like the shadowy places and the deception or the hidden truths and what's buried underneath, like things that are in the, you know, in secret or whatever. So Pluto illuminates the false light. That's the way I'm seeing Pluto opposing Jupiter in Leo. Because, you know, like Leo is, like I said, Leo is being full. Leo is fullness and light. But the shadow aspect is fullness of yourself, fullness of ego and false light. And so we're going to be seeing, like the way I see it is that we're going to be seeing some of the false light being exposed and illuminated, like that teacher. And the thing is, with a good teacher, if you're a good teacher, a good spiritual teacher, just, you know, use your discernment. A good spiritual teacher is not going to allow you to place them on a pedestal. What they're going to do is reflect back your light and your shadow, but from a place of grace, not from a place of self-righteousness. They will not allow you to place them above you. Yes, they are your teacher, but they are not above you. They're just teaching you. But a lot of times the student is also a teacher for the teacher. Like, if it's a good teacher, the teacher will also learn from the student dynamic. And they will always reflect back your light. So just remember that if they allow you to pedestalize them, then just, you know, just feel into it a little bit and see if it still feels true. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit about what I was feeling into for this Jupiter-Pluto opposition and the Aquarius full moon. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of shit going on, but it's divine timing. And, you know, we have our free will and how we navigate it. You know, and like I said back in February, I don't think I said it in the video that I shared on this channel, but I said it on at least one, maybe two that I shared on the Tapestry Room. And it was just kind of giving a heads up about July and making sure that we do what we're feeling called to do, like following the light and releasing and emptying ourselves of any kind of fleshly, egoic attachments that are keeping us from God. Anything that is keeping us from true light and not false light. Releasing anything that's attaching us to false light and things that are untrue. So, yeah, that's kind of what we're feeling into. So at this Aquarius full moon, that fullness just making space and so that you have the capacity to hold more light, releasing anything that is keeping you from the light, keeping you from holding light, so that you have the capacity to shine, but not from a place of ego, but just from a place of being, just from a place of just being, embodiment. So anyway, that's all I just wanted to share. So just keep an eye out for revelations of truth and false light, and just releasing stuff, shit, just getting ready shit that's keeping you from God. It's keeping you from God, so that you can make the space to hold the light and to shine the light. So anyway, that's it. Have a good whatever time of day it is, morning, afternoon, night. And yeah, all right, thanks for listening. Peace out.